Vintage Drury outdoors hunts are some of my favorites to watch around here at the studio. This week we join my Uncle Terry as his patience is tested against a targeted buck. Let's climb up with Uncle Terry as he takes us on another treetop adventure. I'm Taylor Land. Thank you for watching this Throwback Thursday edition of DODTV, and we'll see you next time.
This segment of DODTV is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
Dreams can sometimes be made of encounters that one might have with a fully mature whitetail. Right before your very eyes stands a chunky, muscle-bound animal with unbelievable girth. You attempt to imprint this bull-like creature within your mind, only hoping for an opportunity to get a better look. Left only to dream about for another day, you anxiously shimmy up the tree the following evening in anticipation of that big bruiser showing up. It's hard to get a monster like that out of your mind. Well, it is for me anyway. I'm Terry Drury, and it's whitetails like that one that keep those dreams alive.
We're hunting over a good cornfield, and there's acorns. We're behind a big oak tree here, and the acorns have fallen on the ground. It's still October. It's October 31st. As a matter of fact, it's Halloween. And these deer visited this acorn crop. Every deer in the field except this big shooter that we were trying to get on. So I'm hoping we'll have deja vu, and maybe he'll do the same thing tonight. I moved the set just a little bit to try and get a shot at him. The camera had the perfect angle, but this big tree blocked me, so we'll see what happens.
There's something a little mystical and magical about hunting on Halloween. I know it's been good for both Mark and myself. Little did I know that this would be an evening to remember. It began right off the bat with the first nice buck making early appearance and providing quite a show.
It's a nice little buck. We saw that same deer last night. I don't know, he's a nice deer. He's framed nice. He's just out there beating on some stuff. Last night he was nudging some does around and that rut's starting to kick in. Here comes a buck, little buck.
As the parade of antlers ensued, I had temporarily taken my mind off of the huge-bodied 9-point, only to be entertained by several potential candidates. This certain little hotspot seemed to be a wonderful meeting place where these deer felt extremely comfortable.
Nice buck. It's a pretty deer. I think he's 2-year-old. He'll make a real nice 3-year-old next year. Sometimes too many deer is worse than not enough. This is nice.
Seeing this field fill up with different deer led me to believe that there was an outside chance the deer I was looking for could make an appearance. The evening seemed to be panning out favorably. Time was on my side. I was left to observe the potpourri of whitetails.
I'm not sure if he's a 2-year-old or 3-year-old, but it's a nice deer. Real nice deer. Another nice small buck. He's just not one little fucking buck.
Out of nowhere, another big 10-point appeared, sauntering into the field just slightly out of bow range. Man, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was still waiting for the big 9-point. It appears that this awesome 10-point is well within shooting range, and that it is, wide open for a perfect camera shot. But as amazing as it may seem, one huge tree between my position and this nice deer has cost me a shot now at not only one, but two bona fide shooters. And then, yet another dandy, all moving about and looking. What an evening. I've never seen so many thumpers in one night. This buck is yet another tall rack shooter, 40 or 50 yards beyond bow range. Just when I thought the magical evening was nearing the end, lo and behold, the muscle-bound bruiser shows up at last light. Meep. Meep. Meep.
Last night, and he was out in the middle of this field all evening, and I didn't think he was going to come in. And he finally gave me a shot. Hallelujah. I just heard him crash right off the hill there. Thank God.
My goodness, an evening to remember. That's all I can say. It was such an eventful evening. We started out and we had that small 8-point buck come in, and he made a scrape, you know, and was messing around with that licking branch and nudging does around. And then we had several small deer out nudging deer around, and then we had that beautiful 10-point come into the field and offered every opportunity for a camera to capture him on film, but he sure didn't offer me an opportunity for a harvest. And I had my kind of had my sights set on that deer, and then bang, lo and behold, this guy walks out into the field right before dark, and just offered a tremendous opportunity. I had to holler at him 3 or 4 times before I got him to stop. And I'm shooting the Hoyt Havoc this year, and it's just a tremendous bow, and it put a good shot on the deer. Fortunately, that doesn't happen to me very often, but on this one it did. And there's so much work that goes into it, time and energy and effort, that it's truly a rewarding feeling. So it'll be an October 31st that I'll have a hard time forgetting about. This one will be long cherished and long remembered.
Forecasting deer movement was just the beginning, and DeerCast has evolved into so much more, offering groundbreaking new features like DeerCast Track, our comprehensive shot tracking guide, a 10-day deer movement forecast, and DeerCast Custom, the ability to tweak our proprietary DeerCast algorithm to best represent your individual hunting areas. Because we don't want to just get you in front of that perfect whitetail, we want you to be ready for everything that comes after. So get ahead of your game and stay there with DeerCast. We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DODTV was brought to you by Mossy Oak.